Now comes decision structure. From here, actual logical programming starts, because depending on some situation, program works gives different output. That is the main strength of the program. Now, why do we need decision structures in C? Okay, because decision structure help us to jump from one part of the program to another part of program based on result of some condition. For example, we have earlier created a program to calculate grade depending on some value of percentage. Okay, so at that time our program executed some statement according to percentage value. For example, grade is A, grade is B, grade is C, like that. Okay, so that was one kind of jumping in our program. So decision structure statement are also known as selective structure statement, branching statement, or decision making statement, because these statement control the flow of execution. Okay, and they are also called control statement. So depending on some condition, when that condition become true or false, some part of program is being executed. Okay, so here we are not maintaining sequence of programming, that is from first to last statement, but depending on some condition, program is executing particular part of that program. And here C language provide two basic type of decision structure, that is if and switch. And this statement can be used to change the flow of instruction of the program. So in if we have different if statement, that is simple if statement that is having only if and else block, simple if. Then if else statement, that is that is having two part. When a condition becomes true, then first part is executed, and when a condition is false, then second part is executed. Then nested if. Nested if means there are multiple if inside one single if, that is nesting of if. Then else if later statement. Here we are using multiple else if statement and forming an else if later. Now first we are going to see this program. This is simple if program. This is include file, standard input output, main function, opening main scope, integer data type, variable is marks. This is enter your marks statement, first statement that we are going to show to user so that he will come to know that he is supposed to enter marks. Then whatever marks he is entering, we are going to read that. So command is scanf. Since variable value that is to be stored in marks is having integer data type, so percent d, here we are writing comma ampersand marks, that is variable name, that is going to store that value. Now if and if in if in parenthesis there is condition. So our condition is marks is greater than 80. So printf congratulations. So whatever value user has stored, if that value is greater than 80, that means the value that is stored in marks is greater than 80. Then in output, this screen, this is it will show congratulations. there are two printf statement. So if this condition is true, then both these statement are to be printed. Okay. So here, if user enter 80, 81, 81, 82, or up to whatever number, if user is going to type at that time, he will get this in output. Congratulations, have a nice day. Congratulations in first line and have a nice day in second line of output. Okay, since we have used slash n here. Okay, if you want to give line break between two output, at that time you can use this slash n at the end of the first statement, or you can do like this at the beginning of the second statement. Okay, both will give same output, that is line break. And in output, user is supposed to get this two message only when marks entered are more than 80. Okay, so this is use of simple if. This is output. Okay, enter your marks. User has typed 85. He is getting congratulations in first line, have a nice time or nice day in second line. This is syntax whatever we have used right now. If then test expression in our program was marks greater than 80. That was test expression that is supposed to be used in this parenthesis. Then there is statement block. If this condition is true, then this will happen. That is congratulations and have a nice time, whatever we have shown right now. This is flowchart of simple if. Okay, flowchart. Okay, this is entry in the program from main. Then there was test expression. Okay, after getting input, then test expression was there. That was if marks greater than 80. If it is true, then we have used statement block. That was congratulations, have a nice time. If it is false, then this is exit. Even if it is true, then after giving this output, exit. If it is false, then direct exit. That means we are not supposed to get this statement of block. Okay, so this is simple if flowchart. Now if else. So earlier simple if was having only single block, and that block was executed when this if condition was true. Now we are having if else statement. Here we are having two blocks. If then statement block, else then second statement block. So when that condition is true, then first statement block is executed, and that if the condition becomes false, then the second block is executed. Now let's see one program. Okay, this is one program which is checking whether a student is passed or failed depending on the marks entered by the user. Okay, so let's create this program. So first hash include stdio.h main function, then scope, then integer marks, then scanf for the same, sorry, printf, so that user comes to know what to be done by him. This lesson is not compulsory line break, but it is good practice to use it in programs to differentiate different statements, so that in output screen user is not having any problem or confusion. Now let's see side by side output also. So when this program is run after finishing, compile and run, at that time the first statement that user is supposed to get is enter your marks. and then cursor will come to new line since we have used slash n here. Okay, and then user is typing some value, for example, say for example 55. Okay, now this value we are supposed to store in marks. So before that, let's give command to read that value. It is of integer data type, so percent d is there, comma, the variable where you are going to store this value, that is marks. Okay, here we are going to use this value of marks in if condition. So now we are creating if condition, if marks greater than 40. Okay, this is our condition, marks is greater than 40. Then this is first block of statement, that is printf you are passed. Okay, this is first block. If the condition, this condition, if condition is true, okay, then this will happen. Okay, this printf. Second block, else printf you are failed. Okay, so when this condition is true, then this block will be executed. When this condition is false, then else part will get executed. So here, since user has typed 55, okay, we will get result as you are passed. Okay, this is output. If user is typing for example 35, then since 35 is not greater than 40, then this will not happen and we are going to get output of else part, that is you are failed. Okay, this way this program will work.